Hey, it's Mark Ferguson with Investor More. We're outside the small laundromat and car wash and apartment and shop, and we're going to see how it did this week with collecting money. Now, this laundromat's been doing better and better and better. A couple weeks ago, I was on vacation. Then we had some weird weeks where I collected a lot of money, then not too much money. And then I got here today, and that was kind of weird. Someone stuck a napkin in the door lock so that our laundromat would not lock at night. Because we have an auto door that locks at 10 p.m. and opens up at 7 a.m. You can still get out if you are locked in, but you can't get in if you're locked out. So I was wondering who did that, and might need to check my cameras and see if I can find anything going on there. Now, like I said, the laundromat's been doing better and better. Last week was real bad at the end because we only had a couple days, but it's good before that. And so it'll be interesting to see what's in this change machine. If there's a lot of quarters gone and a lot of cash, and we just continue our good streak. No, there's a lot of quarters in there. And there is not much cash in here. Okay, that's a bad sign. Maybe the change machine wasn't working, but usually people will call or text me if that's the case. And nobody did. Let's see what's in this one. This is our backup kind of change machine. Well, there's some money in there, but not a lot. Usually if our main change machine is not working, there'll be a ton of money in this one. And there was just a little bit. Alright, let's make sure it's working. Well, I put it in the right way. It's working just fine. Oof. Alright, well, I guess we'll see what's in the machines. And then I also took all my quarter bags back to my office because I was getting too many quarters here, and I take them to the bank every couple of months when we get too many quarters. Forgot to bring one with me, so I'm gonna use my hands to scoop quarters back into the change machine. Dropped a few on the ground. I'll get those. And I also made a pledge last week to clean up more quarters than I spill on the bottom of this change machine. I know it's probably hard to see with my camera, but there are quite a few quarters down there, and I'm trying to clean up more than I spill every week until it's all cleaned up. So I'm continuing with that, just like I promised. There's not a lot there. But sometimes our dryers start with not a lot and end up with more at the end. But this is not looking like a good week. We've been having so many good weeks too. But once in a while, this laundromat does have kind of a slower week. That happens for sure. Yeah, there's not a lot of money in these. And the other thing too, I don't know if you noticed, it was really dirty when I got in here as well. Now, usually when it's really dirty, that's a good thing because it means lots and lots of people are using it, and it should be full of quarters. But if it's really, really dirty and there's not many quarters in here, that's a bad thing. Yeah, this is not looking like our best week. Now, I did have another offer on the laundromat from the same person who's been offering before. Still not a good enough offer to accept. Getting closer-ish, but they know how much I want. I've been pretty clear about that. But the last offer, they sent me a letter with it saying why I was priced too high and why it should be lower. And it actually gave me an opportunity to explain exactly why it's priced where it's at. And I actually was able, it might be priced too low based on their letter. Because they were saying the apartment doesn't add any value, because if it's owner-occupied, you don't have any rent coming in or money coming in. I was like, well, if it's owner-occupied, you have a place to live, right? That's a pretty big advantage. You've got, you would have to pay rent if you live somewhere else, or payment if you live somewhere else. Plus, in this situation, we've got an apartment next door. You're kind of sharing the taxes and utilities with the business. It's probably cheaper together than it would be individually, and taxes in this town are very, very cheap. So it's actually a pretty good deal, if you ask me. It also mentioned that, they didn't think I had added enough value based on the price I paid for the property. And I was like, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I paid. right? I could have paid $50 for it, and that is no indication of what the property's worth now. That just happens to be what I paid for it. And it was kind of an off-market, no-commission deal when I bought it too, which are typically, you know, going to be cheaper than on-market MLS deals. So I also explained that part of it as well. They are using an agent. I wasn't talking directly to them, but just kind of through their agent, all these different things. And they also said that, you know, I was asking full retail value for this, but this is a 3 or 4 unit property when you count the car wash, the laundromat, the shop. It's a really good deal at just over $400,000. Hard to find that. Now you can see the water was still in the car wash. That was very frustrating. And I learned more from my kind of handyman. He said, what happened is it got full of mud, and I asked my old handyman to clean that out last year, and he didn't. What he did, he sucked the water out. It's a car wash. You can't just suck the water out of the drain and assume that that's going to solve your problem. And so my kind of, you know, replacement handyman said, yeah, I tried to open the grates and they don't seem to be opening all the way, only a couple inches, so it's hard to get, you can't get a shovel in there, something's wrong. I'm like, oh, okay. And he said, I talked to the old guy and he said, yeah, I had the same problem, so I didn't do it. I just sucked out the water. I'm like, that's good. And so he's going to try and figure out a way to get those grates open next week and then actually clean out the mud that's in there, because yes, what happened was there got too much mud and dirt in those troughs to where it backed up high enough to stop the drain, which is not a good thing. And if you had just cleaned it out, you know, like you're supposed to the first time, that wouldn't happen. But that's okay. All right, now we're counting money. I had my phone sitting right there with the camera directly at my face. Sorry about that. And I can adjust this camera where it looks and what it looks like afterwards. It's really cool, Insta360, in any direction. But then my phone was set right there to look at me straight on. And so I can't adjust what my phone showed in the video of the camera. That would be pretty nifty if you could. This is the car wash, right? No, this is the, sorry. Draw your money right there. I'm trying to just distract myself. Those are such low numbers. I wonder what happened. Was there anything interesting or weird at the end of March? It was kind of cold, a little bit snowy. April Fool's Day, that really shouldn't impact our sales. I don't know. All the machines seem to be working. There was one machine, the old washer we have was full of water. I'm like, oh, it's not draining. Is it broken? I ran it, and it ran. It worked fine. It drained. And it was a little smelly in there, I think, from that, but not awful. But that shouldn't impact things too much. But that's all fixed now. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just not very good. Okay. Well, here is our sales chart. And this is back when I first bought it in June of 23. I paid $300,000 for it, by the way. And then we have it listed for $429, I think. And I have negotiated down a little bit with the offer we have. So I'm giving away pertinent information to anybody interested in buying it that, yes, I will take less than my asking price. But I am my agent and my buyer, so I'm okay to give away that information. If I was an agent representing a seller and I did not have permission to give away that information, that's very, very bad. Don't ever do that. Now, if you had it in writing that the seller's okay with you giving away that information, then it'd be okay. There's a lot of things you've got to be very careful of as an agent, and information and giving away your seller's motivation, all of that. But since I am the seller, I think I have permission. Okay, here we are in 2025. There's some crazy up and downs to the start of the year. We had our sweet record there in February. And look at that, 263. So, I mean, we had a low one at the end of January. It might have been lower than that. We have low ones once in a while. It happens. So, It's not awful. It's not the worst we've done. It's definitely lower than what we have been doing. But hopefully we shoot back up this week. And I don't know. I'm not sure what caused this one. But like I said, this year's been better and better and better. Especially with that crazy week in February. Maybe we can get back to that. And who knows? But, hey, it could be worse. It could have been flooded again, or who knows. So that's what happened this week. We will continue to go collect money, see how it goes. I'm not in a hurry to sell. I'm not desperate to sell it. But if I get the right offer, I would sell it. And then we'll have updates on the other laundromat, which did very good this week. If you missed that video, we'll have updates on the liquor store. We'll have updates on rentals, flips, all of that. We have a lot of stuff going on right now. It's a little bit crazy.